What is up, everybody? Berkan here, aka Big Screen Berkan. I am super excited to be back with episode 4 of the BSBP, the Big Screen Berkan Podcast. I genuinely do and love doing this, and I love having this podcast and releasing it. I've only released 3 episodes, but I do love it. And honestly, we kind of released them early June just to kind of tease what was to come, and now we're going to start having them every week. So I'm excited to write these, to find content for you guys, and to really push things out. I mean, August in general, August 2022 is going to be a pretty big month for me and my pages. I mean, TikTok won't ever change. It'll always be like 5 to 20 videos a day, just always pushing and grinding. But every other platform, Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube, even Twitch in August, I'm hoping to really just dive into and really kind of take the next step. I love doing this. I love talking with you guys. So that's really the goal for August. And there's just a lot of really great content ideas that have been flowing and a lot of cool stuff that I've been working on in August. Like I mentioned a couple seconds ago, I do want to try to start diving into Twitch. I've been very, very subtly throwing in some gaming content on TikTok, just starting to talk about video games. Again, not really a lot. I think I've had like 3 to 5 videos about gaming in general, but I am trying to throw that out there. It is something that I definitely want to do and get into. And also, I just want to stream watching some cool stuff with you guys, watching some movies that I missed earlier that I couldn't get to see in theaters. For example, one that I've been really struggling to actually see is Everything, Everywhere, All Together at Once, whatever the official title is called. I haven't been able to see that yet. Marcel the Shell, I have no idea when I'm going to go out to go see that in theaters. Just another platform to kind of connect with you guys and be with you guys. And I think with Twitch it'd be in a more present way. So that's coming. I'm really excited about that. And then also I'm going to be more active on YouTube in the traditional sense. You know, I'm pretty active with YouTube Shorts, but I want to kind of grow into traditional videos. So I am going to start releasing vlogs. The first one should come out August 1st, and then it should also be a weekly thing. What's going to take place during these vlogs, I do not know, but I will say there will be some travel editions. So, for example, for August, August 1st will be a regular vlog. The second week of August might also be a regular vlog, but then week 3 will be a travel vlog. So I'll be in Scotland, actually. So I'll be sharing some really cool footage of that. Of course, I'll try to tie in just the film, TV, entertainment side of things. I'll try to tie into my trip to Scotland. Then I come back, it's another couple regular vlogs, and then I'm off to St. Lucia with my wife. Gonna do some filming there. And then, again, after that, a couple weeks of maybe just normal content. And then I got a Universal video planned. I will be heading back out to Universal Studios Hollywood for Halloween Horror Nights. That is exclusively announced to you guys on my podcast. I won't be really public about that until it happens, but I will be working with Universal for Halloween Horror Nights, and I'm really excited because I've never actually experienced Halloween Horror Nights, and I haven't experienced it ever in my life for a good reason. I am petrified at the idea of Halloween Horror Nights. I am going to freeze quicker than Hermione in the Chamber of Secrets. I am not going to do well at all, and of course I'm bringing my best friend along with me, Michael Lee, who is going to have a front row seat to my misery. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to be just absolutely terrified the entire weekend. But, that's why it's going to be such great content for you guys. I'm sure Universal's excited for my genuine terror for their Halloween Horror Nights. So it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of really cool stuff coming up in August. So be sure to be following me on all my platforms. Unlike when I last spoke to you guys via podcast, at Big Screen Berkan is true for every platform. So Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, of course TikTok, Facebook. Go check it out. Go leave a follow. And as always, if you want to follow me personally, you can always reach out at Berkan D official. And any platform you're on, my messages are always open. I always try to do my best to stay open and communicate. If you guys have questions, if you guys just want to pick my brain, if you guys just want to talk about something cool, I'm your guy. Just hit me up. I'll respond. I promise. I will definitely at least do my best to respond. And some of you guys I've talked to over the past few months, you guys are so nice and so sweet, and you just bring me a lot of joy. So please definitely never hesitate to say hi. Now, this past weekend was San Diego Comic-Con. I am incredibly depressed that I couldn't go. I told myself, this is it. This is the last year I'm ever not going to San Diego Comic-Con. I need to be there. I need to be there with you guys. I need to be there in Hall H. I need to sleep on the ground for a few days. It needs to happen. I cannot go through another San Diego Comic-Con just obsessively refreshing Twitter. I cannot do it. I just cannot. Granted, there are perks. You can make content so much faster when you're not there, and you can release news and share news and updates with you guys. But my God, I need to be there. It has to happen. I have to speak that into existence. So please go follow me on all those other platforms that we just talked about. Help me get to San Diego Comic-Con next year. I would really appreciate it. Now, I wanted to kind of allude back to this because I kind of forgot to mention before I dive in more to San Diego Comic-Con, you guys supporting the pages means so much to me, and it helps me do a lot. For example, I'm currently building an in-home studio. It's nothing like crazy. I'm just rearranging some things, getting some new pieces, adding some things like behind me. There's going to be some more sound panels, and I'm just really just kind of trying to perfect it, make it look nice and more video ready, I guess is a good way to say it. But a lot of the funds to do that really comes from you guys, so I really appreciate it. Actually, that Universal trip to Hollywood that weekend, I'm going to be in LA, I think, for a few days, so more than just Universal. Everything outside of Universal is purely funded because of y'all's support, and I'm going there to make content purely because you guys support me, so I really, really appreciate it. It means the absolute world to me, so thank you guys so much, and I know one day I'm going to get to San Diego Comic-Con, and it's going to be 100% because of you guys. So, thank you. Now, San Diego Comic-Con, let's dive into it a little bit deeper. I originally was so excited for San Diego Comic-Con for the DC panel, as were most everybody. As soon as news broke that Henry Cavill was going to be appearing in Hall H to most likely announce his return as Superman, man, my mind was already blown. I didn't care if he said he was going to be Superman for exactly 2 seconds. The announcement in general would have just absolutely obliterated the internet, and I'm really sad it didn't happen. I am so sad it didn't happen. And really, I don't know if that's why, or if it's because really they only focus on two things, but the DC panel was just super underwhelming. The Shazam trailer was cool. I was really excited to get that. It's a movie that I'm very excited for, and it was cool to see some more of Black Adam. And Dwayne Johnson's entrance to San Diego Comic-Con was absolutely stellar. I love it. I love when the actors come out in costume. I think it's an incredible experience for everybody involved. And even on the outside looking in, it's just really cool to see them and to see everyone around them. It almost makes their characters real. In that moment of time, their characters exist in our world, and I think it's really, really cool. So that was awesome. I'm glad Dwayne Johnson did that. But again, that panel was really just Shazam and Black Adam. They didn't really talk about much. I think they announced that Zack Snyder was getting a cameo in Teen Titans Go, the series on Cartoon Network. I think that was announced. And that's really it. I mean, I can literally sum up the DC panel within the first half of this podcast. Not even like a third of this podcast. I can sum it up. It literally probably took a minute and a half to sum up that panel. It's just a little disappointing. I felt like there's so much they could have talked about. Now, I understand they probably intended to talk about The Flash, maybe even show a trailer for The Flash, but they couldn't with all the things happening around Ezra Miller. I'm not even so sure myself that I really am even a little excited for The Flash anymore. It's just really disappointing. So I'm sure that was in their plans, but I understand why you can't talk about that, but why not even maybe tease something for the upcoming Batman movie? Why not talk about Batgirl? I felt like they had avenues. You had things that you could talk about. It's just weird that they kind of took up the whole hour just for the two projects. Meanwhile, later that night, Marvel dropped some bombs. My gosh, absolutely insane. Let's talk about this a little bit. I don't want to jump through to Phase 6. Let's go through Phase 5 real quick. Quantumania, they saw some footage. We didn't publicly see some footage. Secret Invasion, spring 2023. Guardians of the Galaxy, May 2023. Echo, summer 2023. Loki Season 2, summer 2023. The Marvels, July 2023. Blade, or The Blade, November 2023. Ironheart, fall 2023. Agatha, Coven of Chaos, winter 2023/2024. And oh my gosh, Daredevil, spring 2024, 18 episodes. I'm going to cry. Captain America New World, May 2024. And Thunderbolts, July 2024. That is phase 5. They also went a little bit further and gave us Fantastic Four, November 2024. 2024. That's what I just said. I am an idiot. Fantastic Four, November 2024. Avengers, The Kang Dynasty, May 2025. 5 months later. 5 months later. Avengers Secret Wars. Oh my gosh. 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 Avengers Secret Wars. It's happening. It's happening. We're getting 2 Avengers movies in 5 months. Amazing. I'm going to cry. Marvel dropped that bomb. And again, they showed footage of Ant-Man Quantumania. We couldn't talk about it, but, you know, MODOK, hello, Kang, telling Scott Lang that he is a conqueror. We got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 footage, which we haven't seen publicly. Not officially. We have not seen the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 officially. We have not seen that footage officially. Nope. Maybe we've seen it on Twitter. Maybe. No. We haven't seen it officially. Again, there are definitely no leaks out there. Definitely no leaks out there for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 footage. But from what I've heard, that footage is incredibly emotional. And everybody's a little bit worried about our friend Rocket if he's going to make it through. Now, James Gunn has specifically said just because this is the end of some characters does not mean that they are dying in the film. It just means that they probably will not appear in an MCU movie ever again. So it's a little sad, and the cast was incredibly emotional, and I am not ready to be emotionally wrecked. Speaking of emotionally wrecked, they also debuted the trailer for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, releasing in theaters November 11th, 2022, 5 months from now. Holy crap, I'm going to die. I'm going to pass out. I am so excited for Wakanda Forever. I wasn't that excited for the movie, earlier last week. But mostly that was because I hadn't really seen anything. And except for some very rare occasions, I tried to stay awake from leaks. I admit Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 footage is on me. I should have stayed away from it. Usually I stay away from it. I accidentally saw it and then I couldn't look away. I'm sorry. But I do try to stay away from leaks. So I really had no knowledge of Wakanda Forever. And the trailer just absolutely smacked me in the face. It looked beautiful. I am obsessed with it. I want it forever and ever and ever, and I've watched the trailer a million times. It's going to emotionally wreck me, and you can just tell that everybody who worked on it put 110% of their heart into it, and they all took what was left in their hearts of Chadwick Boseman, and they all just brought it with them to work every single day. And you can really tell that his spirit left a mark on this film. So I'm really excited to see it. I'm not emotionally ready. I don't think any of us are, but definitely really exciting for sure. But yeah, the Marvel panel definitely delivered, and I'm excited to see what they have in store for D23, because apparently in D23, it's supposed to be bigger than their San Diego Comic-Con panel. I mean, that was the reports earlier last week that the Marvel was really going to save their big stuff, some bigger stuff at least, for D23 this September, and they ended up coming out with a bang. Now, I don't know if they pivoted a little bit because of the Henry Cavill rumors. They didn't want to be upstaged by DC, so they maybe pulled some stuff out of their hat at the last second. That's definitely a possibility. I would not put it past Kevin Feige, even though I don't know him personally. I wouldn't put it past him. He is a Comic-Con legend. I mean, that is his stage. You can tell he loves that stage probably more than any other stage on Earth. So I would not be surprised if they made that call at the last second to announce Phase 6. But, man, if it is true, if they still have anything bigger for Phase 6 to announce, it's going to be crazy. I mean, honestly, they have 8 projects. They gave the Phase 6 timeline, and there's 8 projects. We have Fantastic Four in November, Kang Dynasty in May, and then November to finish out Phase 6 is Avengers Secret War. But there's a bunch of gaps. So like fall 2024, there's 2 projects. Winter 2024, there's 2 projects. Spring 2025 has 2 projects. And summer 2025 has 2 projects. Now, I have some predictions. A lot of people are saying Deadpool 3 is going to be one of the movies in Phase 6. I don't think Deadpool 3 is going to be in Phase 6. I think it's going to be squeezed into the already jam-packed Phase 5 schedule just because, I don't know, they're already in pre-production, it sounds like, and they're already working to a point where Marvel's already said, we're just letting them do their thing. I feel like if they're that far in the process, I feel like they're going to begin filming sometime either late 2022 or early 2023, and it feels weird to me that maybe they're going to wait to release it. I don't know, maybe. To me, it's either going to come out in the fall of 2024 or it's not going to come out in Phase 6. It's going to come out earlier in early 2024. That's just my opinion. We'll see. I guess it's not unrealistic that they'll wait till late 2024 to release it, but I don't know. I feel like they're a lot quicker ahead of the game than maybe we realize. Spider-Man 4, I predict will be some time in Phase 6. I mean, they've done it before where they've announced the time slate and all the projects. I remember Phase 4, they're like, this is a complete Phase 4 project, or Phase 4 slate, and everyone's like, well, what about the third Spider-Man movie? And then Spider-Man No Way Home gets squeezed in. It's just Sony's call on when they can announce it, so we'll see. But the Phase 5 schedule looks pretty packed, so I don't know. I didn't think that Marvel would ever release 2 Avengers movies in the same year, let alone 5 months of each other, so I guess anything is possible. So I'm guessing Spider-Man 4 for Phase 6. I think Armor Wars is going to be in Phase 6. I think if we're going to get a Moon Knight second season, it'll be Phase 6. If we're going to get a Hawkeye second season, it'll be Phase 6. I do think a Mutants movie will be in Phase 6. However, I think Mutants will come out between Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars. I think that is when we're going to see a Mutants project. So in that summer 2025 slot, there's two slots for summer 2025. One of them is going to be a Disney Plus project. I'm sure of it. The second one will be the Mutants, I believe. And I think the Mutants are going to have a big role for Secret Wars, as they did traditionally in the original Secret Wars. We'll see. I'm sure Marvel, when planning Secret Wars, is going to try to take elements from the original and the most recent Secret Wars arc that came out in 2015. So I think we're going to see a cool hybrid of that. And if that's the case, I think naturally you need the Mutants in there at some point. And I think they're going to pull what they did for Captain Marvel, where Captain Marvel released in between Infinity War and Endgame because she was important for Endgame, not necessarily Infinity War. So I think that's definitely a realistic option. We will see. And then that summer 2025 project, sorry about that. If you guys heard that, I accidentally raised my desk a little bit. I got a notification on my phone from one of my film accounts that I like to follow for updates. And I was thinking maybe we'd have some breaking news to talk about live on the podcast, but nope, we're good. We're all good there. And then that process, I accidentally pressed the up button on my standing desk. Oh, no. Anyway, back to what I was saying. That second project, the first one being the Mutants that summer, I think that second project, if I had to guess, I think it would actually be an America Chavez project. Again, same way with Captain Marvel, how they introduced her in between Infinity War and Endgame. I think they're going to do that in Mutants. And I think that's a good time to have a project for America Chavez, because if Secret Wars has a multiverse element, also something they announced at San Diego Comic-Con, the whole Phase 4, Phase 5, Phase 6, like the predecessor, am I saying that right? Like Phase 1 through 3 was called the Infinity Saga, Phase 4 through 6 is called the Multiverse Saga. So America Chavez, considering her powers, pretty important for the multiverse. So I think there does need to be some type of America Chavez project. I'm just predicting it's going to be in summer 2025, leading into Secret Wars. That's just my prediction. It all depends on how they really end the Kang Dynasty. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm excited to see if it's going to be kind of like a part 1, part 2 situation. Regardless, though, I do think at some point we will get America Chavez significantly in a project. Now, the big prediction I have for Phase 5 and Phase 6 is I think Shang-Chi is going to be a huge part of the Phase 5 and Phase 6 without getting a sequel. So I do think we are going to get a Shang-Chi sequel. It already is in development, but I just don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. I'm wondering if maybe it's actually going to happen. It's either going to be, in my opinion, the film right before Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, or it's going to be the first film to start off Phase 7, which is weird to talk about. But I think he is going to be pretty crucial to the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars and the events leading up to that. That was the feeling I had. And then today they actually announced that Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton? I'm terrible at names, so I probably mispronounce his last name. But Destin Daniel, director of Shang-Chi, will be directing the Kang Dynasty. My gosh, Berkan, get it together. Destin. This is almost comical. I'm not editing any of this out. I'm going to just keep this on my chin or whatever the phrase is. Destin will be directing the Avengers Kang Dynasty. So that's going to be pretty exciting. We'll see how that works out. And in my opinion, if you have Destin directing, then there's a good chance you wanted a director who was very familiar with Shang-Chi and already had success with him if he's going to be a vital part of that story. So to me, I posted that on Twitter 2 days ago. So July, let's see, what's today's date? What's today's date? July 25th. So July 23rd, I posted that I thought Shang-Chi was going to have a big day or a big influence on the Kang Dynasty. And then today, July 25th, the news broke out of Destin directing the Kang Dynasty. So it's definitely possible. We will see for sure, though. It's a long time away. It comes out May 2nd, 2025. So we'll see in time. We still got we still got to finish Phase 4, which will be wrapping up with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and we need to finish Phase 5. So we will see. Now, one thing you may have noticed on TikTok that I've been doing is that I've been writing the greatest Pixar movie on Earth, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on it. So I came on TikTok earlier in the month, and I said, you know what I think is a great idea for a Pixar movie? Because I love the Pixar theory. I thought it'd be a great idea to have Boo, as a young adult, just follow her through through a time-traveling adventure using a pizza plant truck, because we see a pizza plant truck in pretty much every Pixar movie except The Incredibles. We do see The Incredibles 2, but not the first one. And I thought, it'd be such an interesting story to see her kind of go through the time trying to find Sully and reunite with him and possibly save him. And you can go through different Pixar movies, just connect it all back together, just confirming the Pixar theory. I thought that'd be such a cool movie, and I put that idea on TikTok, and you guys loved it. And so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to write it. So I've been writing it. I'm about 40% done with it. It is not easy to write a script. It's easy to write a terrible script, but I'm not trying to make this terrible. I'm really trying to put all my heart into it and trying to make it great for you guys. So I've been working on it, and I'm a huge Disney fan. I'm a huge Pixar fan. As you guys can see if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm wearing my Mickey hat. So definitely love Disney and Pixar. Had a huge influence on my life growing up. So this is kind of my love letter to the studio. I'm writing it. Do I ever think Pixar will ever pick up my script and make it? No. Honestly, I don't think they would. Especially not this story. But, you can dream. We can all dream together. We'll see what happens. But anyway, July 30th, my birthday. This Saturday, I'll be revealing the title on TikTok. So I'm really excited. I think the title is something that is going to be really, really cool. It's going to make a lot of sense. And you know what? I kind of just want to go ahead and tell you guys what the title is exclusively on my podcast. I kind of want to tell you guys what the title of the film is going to be. Are you guys ready for it? The title of my Pixar movie that I'm writing for fun Are you guys ready? Oh, maybe I should explain the title before I just tell you guys. So, there is this movie centers. I didn't plan to tell you guys exclusively. I just kind of decided to do that on the spot. Maybe I'm bored with my own podcast. This movie is a love letter to Pixar and everything that Pixar's brought us, right? It's telling a story that I've always wanted them to tell. I know a lot of you guys wanted them to tell. It's confirming the Pixar theory that a lot of people really love and really are into. And the Pixar theory kind of connects everything. So in this film, I'm connecting those theories. I'm connecting why you see a Pizza Planet truck. But there's one significant, not really significant, but there is one Easter egg that connects with every film that's in every single film. It's an inside joke because alumni of the California Institute of the Arts, worked with Pixar. They worked on these films. So they sneak in A113 in every movie in some shape, way, or form. They sneak A113 in every movie to reference a classroom that they used as when they were graphic design and character animation students. So, to me, in the film, the time traveling project is called A113. It's the A113 project. So naturally, this film is called A113. Yeah? Do you guys like it? Let me know if you guys like it. But yes, you guys heard it here first, that my Pixar film that I am writing is called A113. Simple, connects. I like it. I'm really excited about it. I was going to call it the A113 Project, but then, it is a time-traveling movie, and the Adam Project just came out on Netflix this past February, so kind of decided, maybe I shouldn't call it that. So A113, I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys are too. I hope people at Pixar, I'm sure the Pixar admins on social know about this, because they've been tagged many times over the past month in my videos. So either they hate me or they're also interested. They just can't say anything. So I like to think that they're also interested. So I hope that they enjoyed this. I hope that they like the title as well. But I'm really excited. I don't know when I'm going to ever read it to you guys. I will say that I'm 100% serious. If I do ever pass Pixar in following on TikTok, if that happens before I finish writing the script, I will fly out to Pixar. I will sit in front of their gates and I will just sit there and read the script live on my social pages on TikTok and YouTube. I'll just sit there and read it live to you guys. I will do that, but if that doesn't happen, which I don't think it will, honestly, I don't know when I'm going to release it. Eventually, I will release the script publicly after it goes through some heavy editing and some just, workshops, mystery shops. It's going to go through a process when it's finished, and then I'll release it to the public for you to enjoy whenever you want to read. A lot of people ask me, will I ever produce it so that they can actually watch it and see it? Let me tell you something. It cost around $200,000 to make an 8-minute animated film. So I don't think I'll ever be able to fund this project. Even as a student film, I don't think I'll ever be able to fund this project, unfortunately. So, and I don't want to ask a bunch of students to animate it for free because it's a lot of labor, and I don't want them to be underpaid. I don't want them to just do work for free. I have actually had a couple artists reach out to me since I announced this idea, saying like, "Hey, we'd love to make artwork for this, like concept art, storyboards and stuff." And I told them, one day I would love that, and I'd love to create like a page and feature all that. And I told him, I was like, let me start saving for you guys, because I don't want to just ask you to do this, and I don't want you to feel like you have to give me this discount. I want your work to be compensated because you deserve it. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to put it out there as a film. Also, copyrights. I know fan film, YouTube, if it's free, there's probably a lot more wiggle room than I think, but I just don't want to. I don't want to rip someone else off to make this. So it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see whatever happens with the script, but it is called A113. I'm really having a blast writing it. I do love it. Now, lastly, before I finish this off, I just want to say that I haven't posted the last 2 videos yet, but I have finished The Boys, and I did film my reactions. And when I say I finished The Boys, I finished season 1 of The Boys. I'm on season 2 now. But I finished season 1, and oh my gosh, it is wild. I absolutely love this show. I love it. Spoilers alert, I called in like the first or second episode that Homelander was his dad. I just thought that Madeline's baby was his son. Definitely not expecting Becca to be the mom, aka Butcher's wife, to be the mom of his son. That was wild. But yeah, I'm loving the show. I just wanted to end it on that note. I am watching The Boys, and I am loving it. I'm watching it for the first time. Thank you guys so much for your support. Be sure to subscribe, download this wherever you are watching. I would really appreciate it. It really helps me so much. And I'm very grateful for you guys. So again, hit sub, like, download wherever you are. Save this podcast somehow. And I'll see you guys next time.